right.
That's right. You are listening to Visionary Talk Radio with Reverend Bagan Tewa D Lamb. Christ consciousness. What a blessing that God has given to us, right? It is a blessing that what God has given to us. All of this beautiful thing, we can look at life and, enjoy life for those who understand it. There's a lot of people wake up every day and don't understand, don't even have a clue what's going around them. They despise life, they get up and don't want to live. That's a sad situation. It's a sad situation that when you wake up in the morning and you don't want to live, all the hatred and violence that we see going on in the world today. We have a tendency to blame Satan. And with the Satan that we blame is the Satan beneath the ground. We know there is no Satan under the ground. We don't believe in that. They make that up to give to the slaves. That is what they have made up, a Santa Claus type of thing. To give to the slave to believe in nonsense. And the poor slaves believe it. That there is a devil beneath the ground. And when God should return, the skies will burst open and Christ will come to save them. That is what they have given to the slave. Today is a different story. Again, they are giving you more and more stories. They are giving you aliens are coming. That the aliens give them the power and authority. It's the same story they are selling to you. The green alien. That is why I say to my people, there is nothing outside here. How do I know this? We are in the heavens. You are living in the heavens. Some people, the universe baffles them. They cannot understand why there are different planets and this universe is so big and no one else is living outside here. They can't seem to wrap that around the mind. They're in heaven. This is heaven. There is no place to go when you die. That is why the Bible tells us, if you're good, stay good. We must understand men like Marcus Garvey. And Garvey has given us something and give you something very special. Just like Kwame Ture and all of these brothers that passed and gone, fighting, resisting the powers of evil. Marcus Garvey said to his people, keep on holding on to two things, your religion and your science and your God. We must understand all of these men were very religious, very spiritual. Kwame Ture, very spiritual. Reverend Martin Luther King, very spiritual, very religious. Malcolm X, very spiritual, very religious. All of these men that set the space were spiritual men, was religious men, but still fighting for your freedom and equality. And today, dirty, evil, little people, nasty demons, demon of hell will say to you that spirituality have nothing, or church, or God, have nothing to do with your liberty. That's a nasty little demon. We must understand that. That is what they call angel of death. There's a lots of black devils outside here. And I always say green devil, black devil, white devil, they're all devils. trying to convince you what Malcolm X, what he built and what Reverend Martin Luther King was stand for, and Kwame Ture and Marcus Garvey. All these men had something in common. They were very spiritual, very religious. You can read their books and you will see. So don't make the fallen angels tell you, do away with your religion and your Christianity. Don't let them say that to you. All you got to do is to look at Malcolm X, Reverend Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture, even the great sister Harriet Tubman. You see, we don't understand revolution and we don't understand God. I want to make this clear to you. The people that is talking today about revolution and to free Africa, they are not really about to free you and Africa. Let us be real. Their duty is to make some money on the internet. Their duty is to lead you astray, to take you away from your God. And once you separate yourself from your people, your God, you will fall apart. You will end up in the same situation like them, smoking little cigarettes, marijuana, cocaine, and all the drugs that you can imagine, because that is the world of Satanism. They call it liberty. They call that freedom, doing as you want. We know when there is a revolution, you cannot do what you want. We know if there is a kingdom, there must be a king. And if there is a king, there is a queen. Let us not have no doubt about that. That is why the fallen angels outside there, they talk about aliens all the time, giving you the green monster, the green Santa Claus. That is right. But we who are wrapped up in God, we who are wrapped up in spirituality from birth, you see, it don't come just by you saying you are spiritual. You don't try to figure it out if you are spiritual. You don't try to know or ask someone that if you are spiritual. You see, spirituality is innate within all of us, within you and me and everyone that is looking for this liberation of God. We must know this as spiritual people. You do not guess if you are a spiritual person. You do not reach 17 and 18 years and then you say to yourself that you are spiritual, you are turning back. It don't work that way. Spirituality is innate within us. That is why we must have this mind for knowledge, careful consideration of what is necessary and what will take place in the future, forethought. You must have that mindset, that consciousness. We must always remember this is innate in all of us, intrinsic. And once that God has put that into you, you trust that. Because man today are deceiving. There are lots of fallen angels living among you, walking around you. They are not demons like what they can change your faces. All of that is gimmicks they want to give to you. And if you believe in the green angels today, like yesterday, that other slave believed that the sky will crack open and Christ will come and rescue them. You see, not even the slave believed that we're talking about in the ending of slavery or when slavery was done. Finished. I'm using the word slave, but the mindset I'm talking about. Because during the time of slavery, the slaves could not even read. So when people talking their nonsense, talking about the slave, talking about Christ, or the white man or the European, as give them this religion that is a lie that the devil can talk. Because during the time of slavery, all the slave could have do is to work the field. Today they are arranging their history, shaping their culture once again. Remember, the demon is to deceive the people. Remember, the fallen angels are to deceive the people. Do not forget that. Their duty is to deceive you. They come out to deceive you. So they try to shape their culture, give you a history of lies. There is no time in history when the slaves had their own church. You can go and read and you can go, you will never see a slave keeping prayer. You will never see it in a Christian tradition. You will never see that. They were not even to keep their own religion. They were not allowed to speak in their language. Don't let those fallen angels fool you. Demonic spirits. And again, I'm not talking about demonic spirit beyond. No, I'm not talking about that. Demonic spirits that is just like you, look like you, probably resemble you, but their minds are contorted. Their minds are twisted and bent up, lethargic. That is the demonic spirit. That is a fallen angel that giving you that the spaceship is coming, that the aliens got the power. What will happen and what they are doing, removing the sinners from the sin, and they are not even realizing it. Yes, and I realize there's lots of fallen angels, and the people sometimes rally, and because it sounds good, they follow. But I want you to keep this in your mind, and I want you to understand something. This is what the Bible is telling us, that the fallen angels are the children of Satan himself. You see, do not look for color or complexion, and that is what you may do. Do not do that or look for a certain type of people. Look for the character. That is what you must look for, the character. And once you see the character, you can say that is a demonic spirit. That is a fallen angel. The moment that obscene language comes from the mouth, that's a fallen angel. If they're smoking their little cigarettes, that's a fallen angel. If they're smoking their cocaine and trying to preach love to you, that's a demonic spirit, it's a fallen angel. I want you to understand this. If the obscene language is coming from their mouth, you see what they are doing, what the Bible tells us, they are saying to you, good is bad and bad is good. And the Bible let us know we must not take of the tree that is good and bad. And if you take from the tree of good and bad, you shall end up in the same predicament, a fallen angel, a demonic spirit. You see, we must understand something. We must stand on principality. We must stand on honesty. We must stand on integrity. This is what my people must know. Get to know yourself, do that introspection on yourself. And once you begin to do that introspection, you will see yourself in the light that you've never seen yourself. And if you do the right introspection, you will know that you are the child of God. You are the children of God. Don't let the demonic spirit, the fallen angels, to lead you in their direction they want to go. Yes, and I will admit this, there are some fallen angels outside there. Don't know the truth. They get caught up in the lie. You understand? Let me say it this way. There's lots of kings and queens outside there possessed by the devil. They get that royal blood, but they are possessed by the devil. And what I mean royal blood, I mean if you trace the lineage, if you trace the ancestors, you will see that they were kings and queens of the past. They did not come from any fallen tree. They came out from great society with kings and queens. Africans, we must know this. You did not come out from just anything. You are kings and queens of the past. That is why you feel the way you feel, and you do not understand it. So Satan playing with your mind. There is a spiritual war. And the war is between good and bad, Satan and God. There is no 2, 3, 4 different gods. There is only up and there is down. There is left and there is right. This is the laws and physics of nature. Yes, there is only good and there is only bad. There is only God and Satan. Don't let them tell you that there is something else, and that something else shall save you. No alien cannot save you. They cannot do that. There is no aliens outside there. There is no spaceship outside there. There is only good and bad. Do not give the people Santa Claus type of expression to live the life. Fallen angels, a Christ is coming from the cloud. It's based on Nancy's stories. That is why the Bible tells us Christ shall born as man of flesh, and who don't believe that Christ will return as flesh is an antichrist. We must understand this. There is no fallen angel can save you. Today our people are calling themselves Lucifer. They believe in demonic spirits. They believe in. They are doing their rituals of sin and don't realize it, and giving their love to things that they cannot see. Don't you fed up and tired that praying to things that you cannot see? Don't you tired of serving things you cannot see? Because we who are in the mind of God, we do not serve dead things or things that we cannot see. The reality in life that many people, when they cannot figure it out on themselves, they give up and they say to themselves, oh my God, this man is working with something. No, he's fooling, he's tricking the people. That is simple as it is. Lies and lies and lies. The devil can only get you with lies. The devil can only fool you. But he have nothing greater than lies. So in the beginning was lies, in the end will be lies for him. Listen to me, my people. Do not believe in those people who talk about things that they cannot see, and to give this to things that you cannot see. Give your love to the living and the living alone. The Bible tells us about a spiritual body, not the spiritual body when you're dead and gone. That is what the European churches have done with Christianity. Tell you the spiritual body is when you're dead and gone. There is no spiritual body when you're dead and gone. The spiritual body that Christ was speaking about and the Bible was talking about. It's right here. Unity amongst the people. That is the spiritual body. That is what the Bible is letting us know. When our people come together, unity is strength and unity is power. Kwame Ture understand it. Unite, unite, unite. Kwame Ture understand it. Unite, unite, unite. This is what Christ was teaching. Unite, unite, unite. Power is in unity. Power is not when you separate. That is why I keep saying to my people over and over, and I keep saying it over, and I keep saying it over again. Anytime they try to separate you, know that's a demonic spirit. It's a fallen angel. If your church try to separate you from other churches, know you're in the wrong church. If your government is separating you, know that is not the government that you should vote or you should be on their side. Know that. If you are going to the university and they're trying to separate you from the nation, tell that university go to hell. No separation. Only the demons can separate you. But we are looking for unity amongst our people. And this is where we find unity in the mind of God. There where you must find that unity. There is where you must find your strength. If they try to separate you, as they are doing, trying to separate black man and black woman, that's a demonic spirit. It's a fallen angel. If a man is preaching to you that he is better than a woman, know that he is a demonic spirit. That's a fallen angel. If a woman is teaching you that she is better than man, know that female, that woman is a fallen angel. She's a demonic spirit. Let's unite Africa. That is what it's about. That is why Africa is suffering. Too many demonic spirits in Africa. Too many fallen angels in Africa. Because any time they tell you separate, that's a demonic spirit. Whether it's in the Caribbean, whether it's in London, Chicago, if it's in Canada, wherever that separation comes and our people are there, know that the fallen angels are talking to you. Nowhere in the Bible tell us separate, but separate from the demons. That is what the Bible let us know. Bible never talk about no aliens. And there is no aliens in the Bible, and there will never be, because they do not exist. I can tell you that. And if you want to reason with me, call me. I go to reason to you, and I'm going to put you back into your mindset. You have a demonic spirit. That is what you got to understand. You got a demonic spirit. A lot of our people today are chortling under demonic spirit, doing evil and calling it good. How can you call evil good? It's might as well you stick to Santa Claus. It's might as well you stick to that. If you want to believe in aliens, what nonsense our people are doing? What nonsense are you talking? But liberation come when our people unite.
Let there be light.